Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to our channel, um, Cooking with Onukagha and Cheryle and Zubechi. So, welcome to our channel. Glad to see you. Glad you could be here. Glad you can join me. So, today I'm not going to be cooking anything. We're not cooking anything. So, I just, thought I'd do a little research and, bring up a little history on Nigeria, the Nigerian cuisine. So my man Onukagha Izubechi is from Nigeria, and I am from the USA. So just thought I'd do a little research, So just thought I'd do a little research to just take a look and see what type of dishes Nigeria has. So it's all good. Yes. So it's always good to learn. So welcome to Cooking with Onukagha and Cheryle. Yes. Yes. So my man Onukagha is Nigerian. So let's get started. So let me get started. It says the history and influence of Nigerian cuisine. It says the beautiful flavors of Nigerian culture and the background of its culinary history. Yes, Nigeria is a region that brings together a fusion of culture and cuisine as evidenced in the unique spices, meats, and ingredients. I would love to taste some Nigerian food. I've never tasted any Nigerian food, any African food. I did have some Mexican food from Chipotle's and Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell is Mexican as well. But my man Onukagha, yeah, his sister will be showing me some Nigerian dishes, helping me with some Nigerian dishes. I would love, we do have some African, you know, Nigerian or African restaurants over here in the U.S. So I may, I would love to try something from their, culture, just to see what it tastes like. So I never had any African food, never had any, but some of them dishes do look very good. So let me move on. While many African countries' gastronomy culture was influenced by colonial Europe, Nigeria has their own food culture, rich in flavors, agriculture, spices, native to the land, and undeniable passion. Or with undeniable passion. My throat getting a little scratchy already every time I get to talking. So I do have me a smoothie today. So let me, let me pour that in there. Yeah. So I have a smoothie, but I was trying to have something liquid to soothe my throat. hmm So just a little smoothie today. It's called a lot. It's a la smoothie with live and active probiotics. So it's a strawberry smoothie from the La brand. So, so like my other channel, I do talk about a lot of brands. So maybe I would talk about this brand on so I have my other channel, Brainstorm TV1 Productions. So, yes. So, that's also with, Onukagha and Cheryle working together on, that channel as well. So this La smoothie has 5 grams of protein, so it's pretty good. So I have been drinking it for a while, and sodium is not that high. 85 milligrams of sodium, 5 milligrams of cholesterol, fiber 7%, total sugars are 18 grams. It does have vitamin D, 10%, calcium, 15%, no iron, potassium, 6%, 280 milligrams, and vitamin A, 15%. So it has a few, you know, nutritious values, I guess I would say. So let me move on. It's so good. Welcome, Mr. Onukagha and Cheryle. Yes. Excited to explore the history of the culinary culture in Nigeria. We look to those whose scholarly backgrounds offer a unique insight. So we probably on this channel, yeah, I will be doing some some live cooking videos, and Nigerian dishes probably will be top on my list, at the top of the list. Because I've been, in America, in the United States of America all my life, and I'm up for trying new culturous foods, I guess I must say. Oh, okay, let me move on. While we explore the traditions of Nigerian cuisine, we will also be sharing a modern sister Nigerian American R&B duo. So Nigerian American duo. So I guess it's a duo. I don't know if they're a couple, but I guess they were born in Nigeria, but now they are Americans. Van Jess, who share their take on a family recipe and Nigerian culinary staple. As you read the below, note that tradition is beautiful, but as time goes on, progress and introducing new takes on tradition can be equally invigorating. So every time I get to reading it, I feel like it's like you have a little cold in your throat, and you just gotta do like that. Mm. But drink a little bit of this smoothie. So I hope y'all doing okay today. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hit that like button on the way in. If you want to hit it on the way out, either one is okay. Just hit it, smash that like button, like this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to our channel, Onukagha and Cheryle. So this is our new cooking channel. So I want Onukagha to, share some recipes with me so we can incorporate those recipes on our channel. Yes. So it's all good. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with learning. Yes, ain't nothing wrong with learning. So my baby is from Nigeria. He's Nigerian born. So you'll get to hear from him one of my videos, one of our videos. Yes, all right, it's all good. Yes, gotta love our Nigerian brothers. Yes. Okay, so in a study done on the history of Nigeria's culinary culture, Serdar Oktay and Sidikoglu researched the gastronomic cultures transferred to African cuisines. And it also says Zimbabwe in the west, Nigeria in the east, Morocco in the north, and Republic of South Africa in the south were selected, with the committee made up of scientific researchers, articles, graduate theses, printed scientific books, and historical documents. The study delves into culinary origin and influence. So, moving right along, it's estimated that the civilization in Nigeria began in the 9th century with a population of 183 million. Nigeria is the youngest and the most populous country in the world. Nigeria is the youngest and the most populous country in the world. And also it says Oktay and Sidikoku. Excuse me. So I guess those are African Nigerian names because their names are a lot longer than the American names. The River Niger, which runs through the country from one end to the other end of Nigeria, is one of the country's vital resources. So the Niger River, because I was wondering where the Niger River was located. The Niger River runs through the country from one end of Nigeria. From one end of Nigeria is one of the country's vital resources. So it runs from one end to the other, or from one end to the other, the Niger River. So in Nigeria, that's good to know. So I have never been to Nigeria yet, but I would love to go to Nigeria. I would love to go to Nigeria. The production of tropical fruits, cotton, palm trees, gum, dates, peanuts, and timber has an important place in the country's economy. Right, because there's a young lady on TikTok. She has a YouTube channel as well, but she's from Ghana, and she does a whole lot of interesting, inspiring, enlightening videos. She shows you how, when she's cooking, she shows you how she makes homemade peanut butter, fresh peanut butter, and she has a video on I didn't see her make the sweet potatoes, but she showed us how they have so much land out there in Nigeria. So she's on the land. So I don't know if she owned all that land or not, but she's on the land, and the land is like, oh wow, you can build. When I look at the land that she was on, and she has a little hut of a house and her kids and everything, and I'm like, I could imagine how many houses you could build on that land that she was walking on. So she picked these sweet potatoes. She had to dig them out the ground. hmm So she dug the sweet potatoes out the ground, and just imagine you just digging the sweet potatoes out the ground as opposed to going to the store and pay for them. It's all good. So I said, that's beautiful. So she dug a whole pile of them, and she had like a big old container that she kept all the sweet potatoes in. And I assumed she was going to, go to her hut, to her home, and cook those sweet potatoes. And then she was talking about, well, actually, I saw a video. Her video is called, I think, what's this? It's this YouTube. This is alum. So ALUM. So that's her YouTube channel, but she's always on TikTok. Always going live as well and dancing. And she has a lot of nice videos. One video she has on TikTok, was it TikTok or YouTube? I think it's YouTube. A video she has on YouTube where she had about 20 or 30 people, young ladies, young women dancing, doing little African dances. They all had the same outfit on, the same dress on. So it was very beautiful. So I always look at her videos. So, and she subscribes to my YouTube channel as well. Okay, it says, okay, I just read that the River Niger runs through the country from one end of Nigeria to the other. Let's move on. Let's go down to agriculture, and the country's oil deposits are very rich. So in other words, Nigeria has is a rich country, I guess I would say. Nigeria, when it comes to agriculture, and farming and things of that nature, Nigeria has a rich it has a rich Nigeria. I would say it this way. Let me say it this way: Nigeria is a rich country of oil deposits. So that's what I would say. Having a tropical and warm climate, right? It's just warm over there. Having a tropical and warm climate, the cuisine has a culinary culture suitable for these characteristics. Nigerian cuisine traditionally is made up of rice, cautious potatoes, grills, and chicken, which have been influenced by the Portuguese and English. However, due to the influence of Indian cuisine Nigerian cuisine also consists of a lot of hot peppers and spices. So, in other words, Nigerians, they, most of the time they cook in a lot of hot peppers and spices. So I definitely want to, I am very interested in tasting some African food, but I don't like my food too spicy, too hot. So you have to be careful because things are too hot. I mean, because your blood pressure could go up, or I don't like nothing too hot, too spicy and too hot. A common breakfast: bean paste wrapped in leaves. Imagine that, bean paste wrapped in leaves. I mean, so if it's wrapped in leaves, so that would kind of remind me of wrapped in leaves, like I don't know, greens, fresh greens, or something like that. In Nigeria, okay, that's a common breakfast: bean paste wrapped in leaves. In Nigeria, this dates back to the days of Portuguese mariners. It is believed that this dish was prepared for the mariners whom had spent a long time at sea with limited access to fresh vegetables. That's what I was saying. I figured it was trying to equate that, those leaves with vegetables. So it's like a breakfast they had, they were used to having bean paste wrapped in leaves. I don't know if bean paste wrapped in leaves, but well, I mean that's similar to, I would think about like what you call those wraps, burrito wrap or something like that, because you can put your beans inside or whatever you want to put inside your, depending on where you buy your burrito, what you call burrito from. So probably Taco Bell, they have like the tacos. You can, put stuff inside. They usually put beans and, they have different things. You choose which one you want, and they have some. I think they have cheese and beans and different stuff inside. So that reminds me of that too. In Nigeria, this dates back to the Portuguese days. It is believed that the dish was prepared for the mariners whom had spent a long time at sea with limited access to fresh vegetables. Also, Nigeria is a region, though plentiful. It's a region. Nigeria, really? Oh, yes, it's so good. Right. Yeah, I need to take my time and read those words, so they can be correct. But it's all good, yes. So how y'all doing today? Hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, to our channel, Onukagha and Cheryle. So we're both on TikTok as well. So it's all good, yes. So ain't nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. So we're on TikTok as well. Check us out on our channel. It's called Onukagha and Cheryle. Also on TikTok. Yes. Have a good one, y'all. Oh, it's all good. Okay, let me finish. Let me calm down. All right, Nigeria is a region plentiful in vegetation. I can believe it. Because when she went out on that field, this is alum, and it is so inspirational. I mean, a young lady, and also she says that on Tuesdays they have like the market day. So she showed us, she had a video where she's on this. I guess somebody was riding her on the back of a bike. So she was like going through the fields, just going. The bike was just going fast, but it was being videotaped. So she went to the market and they showed the different people, just like they do over in the United States. When sometimes you go out on the street and you see the vendors out there. So they had the same thing over there. But she said they do it on Tuesdays, but over here they have tables. Over there, I didn't see any tables. I think they may have a few tables, but she was sitting on the ground and a few other people sitting on the ground. So they were selling like bananas and different things that they had to sell. So she said they go to the market on Tuesday. So what's wrong with that? Making a little change. Very inspirational young lady. Going out there making a little money. So she's on TikTok and YouTube, probably making money that way as well. And then go to the market, sell a few things. So that is she's in Ghana. Ghana though, Ghana. She said she's from Ghana. And then another young lady, I like her channel called Miss Trudy, and she's from Ghana too. So she had her and her husband from over there from Ghana. They have a nice YouTube channel. So I do watch their channel sometimes, and it's called Miss Trudy. And then her husband has his own channel too. So they're doing pretty good, doing pretty good. So, with their channel, they have inspired a lot of people, definitely inspired me. That's why I'm trying to build my channel. But so to me, just being able to get these YouTube channels, it can help a lot of us even live better. Build your channel, put the content in, have some educational, inspirational, enlightening content. So it's all good. Yes. So where can we get the opportunity to? It's almost like having your own recording studio, your own TV channel, your own recording studio. However you want to set things up. You can set things up like you want it. So why not? YouTube is free, unless you get the YouTube TV or the premium, but you don't have to get that right away. So I don't use those right now. So I just use the regular YouTube. But StreamYard, you do have to pay. It's not that much. So StreamYard is not. It's not that much. So if you want to go live on StreamYard, mm-hmm. But it's a great investment to me because where else can we go and get hired just to go out the blue, with no experience, and just say, hey, we're gonna hire you. You put on your TV show. We want you to get your TV show, set it up how you want it, you have your YouTube channel. A lot of people have channels. I mean, there's millions of us on YouTube. So I mean, just want to be an inspiration to someone. I mean, a younger audience. It doesn't have to be young. Anybody can start a YouTube channel. They don't have no age limit. So, build your YouTube channel, and then you can name your channel just like you name your own business. Build up your content. Build up your content. Build your content up so you can inspire someone else. And then maybe you can start their channels. But it's all good. Yes. So, all right, let me keep it going. So I'm talking about Nigeria. I'm at 22 minutes already. I'm trying to keep this video to an hour. But I'm looking at some of these dishes, Nigerian dishes. So it says Nigeria is a region plentiful. I said, almost got the mosquito, y'all. Almost got him. Nigeria, or there was a net. It wasn't a mosquito, it was a net. Nigeria is a region plentiful in vegetation. Almost got him. It was a net. Plentiful in vegetation, vibrant colors and textures, and is abundant in variety. Preferred ingredients such as peppers, okra, black pepper, meat, eggs, soups, fish, rice, and plantains are utilized daily in some form or fashion. So we do have the plantains over here in the United States, because I have seen them in the grocery store. So I actually purchased them before, but by the time I was thinking of, by the time I was thinking about cooking them and got ready to cook them, I had ended up throwing them out. Because actually, when I saw them in the store, I thought they were bananas. So I didn't really know. But my friend Onukagha, he said, no, that's a plantain. He said, those are plantains. So when he told me about the plantains, so I said, well, let me pick up a couple from the store. And he said they are very nutritional for you, very healthy. So he told me, pick up some. So, but by the time I was getting ready to cook them, because he cooks them all the time, by the time I was getting ready to cook them, I had ended up throwing them out. But the next time I go to the grocery store, I'm going to pick up a few. Okay, it says, where I stopped at, okay, it says, also in other words, they'll tell you the ingredients that most Nigerians use in their food, peppers, okra, black pepper, meat, eggs, soups, fish, rice, and plantains. Because my friend Emmanuel, well, that's his middle name, Emmanuel, Onukagha Emmanuel in Zubechi. So he cooks a lot of rice. They cook a lot of rice because he told me, he said, I never seen you cook a whole lot of rice. I don't cook a whole lot of rice because it's like, I guess that's called a starch. That's like a starchy food, so I don't cook a whole lot of rice. Sometimes I may cook some rice and then I'll cook some gravy or put gravy on top of my rice. Or sometimes I just have rice, a little margarine, and then a little bit of sugar and stir it up. I like my rice with a little sugar every now and then. But so let me keep it moving. Uh, all right, it says, but it's the soups that are a staple in the world of Nigerian cuisine. Yep, that's what my friend said. Onukagha said most of the times he like to cook the soups and stuff. Cook the soups. The soups that are a staple in the world of Nigerian cuisine. So soups. We have a lot of soups over here too, but soups are good. They are definitely healthy for you. Homemade soups I think are better because if you buy them in the store in a can, they just come with so much sodium. So I would love to make me some homemade soup. I think that would be better. In fact, soups are usually the dishes passed on from generation to generation. Among them are peanut soup, or bono soup, or worry soup, and pepper soup. So the soup looks pretty good though. It says og is the seed of the African wild mango. The seed is dried and then milled for ogbono soup powder. This is one of the easiest and fastest Nigerian soups to prepare, and often beef and fresh fish can be added to implement protein. It is preferred by the Nigerian people because it is affordable and easy. Yeah, because he always tell me that. I say, "What you cooking for dinner, Onukagha?" He said, "Well, I'm about to make some soup, and then I'm gonna add some fish." I said, "Okay, that sounds good." Ogusu soup is also known as melon seed soup in Nigeria. This soup is prepared with melon seeds, meat, and fish. They cook with they use they cook with a lot of fish and rice. What I say, fish and rice. And the soups and everything. Their meat, seeds, meat, and fish. The Nigerian Ogusu soup is a staple in most Nigerian homes. Igusu, I don't even know if I'm even pronouncing it right, is part of the watermelon family and is similar on the outside to a watermelon in terms of the appearance of the skin. Unlike the watermelon, igusi, igusi has a bitter white flesh, and much like pumpkin seeds, are baked or roasted and eaten as snacks. So are the igusi seeds. Okay, then we have the jollof rice. I have never tasted any jollof rice, but in the store I did see some jollof rice seasoning. So, but I really didn't even like that because I purchased it, but then when I got it home, I wanted to taste it, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not what it is. That's not what it is. So I'm like, really? Oh, yes, it's so good. Yes, it's all good. So I still have it, but jollof rice is a popular meal all over Africa. Jollof rice, jollof. And I asked my friend, "Have you ever cooked any jollof rice?" He was like, "Yes, yes, plenty of times." So jollof rice is popular all over Africa, and it has quite a few variations. It is a classic Nigerian meal flavored with tomatoes, peppers, and a slew of local seasonings. The most popular jollof rice dish is made with tomatoes. As for dessert, Nigerians love plantains. We do too, and it can be utilized as a sweet finish or can be served with breakfast. It is said that plantains were brought from the Caribbean by you guessed it, Portuguese settlers. Sweet potatoes are also a traditional Nigerian ingredient known as coming from Central and South America. Though Nigeria and Uganda are big producers in the global market. They can be prepared either fried, boiled, grilled, pureed, pureed, made into soups, or used in salads and come in white, orange, yellow, red, purple, or brown, and are highly revered as a healthy dietary must-haves due to their high traces of beta carotene. Nigerian cuisine may have been influenced by travelers, colonists, and mariners, but the roots of its gastronomic origin remain a beautiful part of the region. So it's so good. Yes, smash that like button, please. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. So comment, give me some comments on if you have any ideas on some different types of food in the different cultures. I would love to do some research and take it from there. But it's so good. Yes. Hope you all are having a nice, what's today, Wednesday? Hope you all, yeah, y'all know what day it is. What? Girl, I'm saying yes, y'all. So I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. So we're moving into September. Yes. So let's keep it moving. Okay, now it says today the cuisine continues to be passed down from families to generations, which is why Nigerian sister duo Van Jess have shared one of their family recipes for famed pepper soup. Famed pepper soup. Van Jess is a Nigerian American R&B duo composed of sisters Ivana and Jessica in Wokaik. So in other words, these two Nigerian sisters. So they say they are Nigerian American. So I guess they were born in Nigeria and now they are American. So they must be R&B singers, I guess. They just say R&B. I don't know if it didn't say singers, but it just say they're Nigerian American R&B duo composed of sisters Ivana and Jessica in Wokaik. I guess that's in Wokaik or Woki or Wokaik. I don't know. But so we don't have. I don't. That definitely has to be a Nigerian name because we don't have nothing like that over here. Nwokike. So Nwokike or it sounds like Nwokike. So sisters Ivana and Jessica recently debuted their new cooking show. Okay, they had the new cooking show, so their duet R&B. I don't know why they say R&B duo composed of sisters Ivana and Jessica, but they say they have a cooking show, homegrown kitchen, by teaching the audience how to make this family recipe while tracks from their new EP. Okay, so they are singers. Tracks from their new EP, Homegrown, set the relaxed, intimate mood. Known as one of the most exciting musicians of the moment. I never really heard of them. Most exciting musicians of the moment that are never short on glamour. This sister duo proves time and again that they have an endless arsenal of talent, and that includes proudly sharing their Nigerian heritage, right? They were born in Nigeria, with viewers and listeners around the world. So I would love to hear some of their music, so I would definitely go and try to find some of their music. So that is very inspirational, enlightening, and it's all education to me. So two beautiful young black queens. Yes, it's all good. Yes, I'll definitely be checking out some of their music because I love music because my husband was uh, I guess I could say he was a guitar player that was, that was real. He was just a guitar player that just was, I guess I would say a great guitar player. So just, lead guitar. Yes, the lead guitar. My son, he's a rapper, writes his own songs. So, I love music. So, and my man Onukagha, he knows how to rap real good too. He's a freestyler. So music is in our blood. So it's all good. Yes. So I will be checking out these young, I guess I would say Nigerian So heritage, Nigerian is their heritage. So they're Nigerian, and I would definitely check out, some of their music. So they made I mean, when they have, well, I guess I can say they made this soup. They made this soup called Nigerian pepper soup, and they are called Van Jess, and the name of the show is Homegrown with Van Jess. So that's their show. So I don't know if they are on YouTube, but I guess you can find them online. So they have this soup, Nigerian pepper soup, where you put in 2 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of chicken thigh, 2 tablespoons of crayfish, two Scotch bonnet peppers, whatever that is, a bonnet pepper. So I guess they mean like a round green pepper. 1 tablespoon of pepper soup spice, 6 to 7 cups of water, 1 onion, 4 small potatoes, 3 to 4 teaspoons of Maggi seasoning. I don't know what that is. Magi seasoning. 5 garlic cloves. One thumb ginger root. Salt to taste. So this is the Nigerian pepper soup, and just to give you the instructions. So that is the end of the article. Basically, here go a little bit something else. Fun facts about Nigeria. So the town of Igbo Ora is known as the nation's home of twins. Many of the local Yoruba people believe their consumption of yams and okra leads to be the cause of their high birth rate of twins, while some fertility experts believe that certain yams contain a natural hormone that could cause multiple ovulation. There's no scientific evidence of this phenomenon, so that's just something they're putting out there. hmm Nigeria is a diverse. Nigeria is a more. I can't get my words together, y'all. It's all good. Nigeria is a diverse, multi-ethnic country with more than 520 spoken languages. While English, English, yes. While English is the official language, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. I don't know if it's Igbo or Igbo, so I don't know. I'm not Nigerian, but it's IGBO. It might be Igbo, I guess. I don't know. Are also major languages in the country. Lagos, the former capital of Nigeria, is the former capital. How do you change capitals? Lagos is the former capital of Nigeria. How can you change the capital of a country? We can't go around over here in the United States and say for instance, we say, any state like California. What's the capital? Once there's a capital of that state, it's going to be that capital. So it's all good. Yes, so you learn something. So Nigeria is a diverse, multi-ethnic country. So it's not a city, it's a country. Nigeria, with more than 520 spoken languages. So they have the Hausa, Yoruba, and the Igbo. Lagos is the former capital of Nigeria before being moved to Abuja. So they moved to a different place and they changed the capital. So wow, that's something new. Abuja is the country's largest and most populous city and has been dubbed Africa's Big Apple in a reference to New York City. The country's film industry, known as Nollywood, is one of the largest film producers in the world, second only to India's Bollywood. And then we have in California, we have Hollywood. So Nigeria is home to Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. So imagine the richest man in Africa. It's so good. Yes, need somebody rich over there. Ha, really? Ha. Nigeria, Aliko Dangote. Yes, the richest man in Africa. So you only have one rich person over there. No. I didn't mean to say that. I wish I was over there. I was rich. I wish I was rich over here. It's all good. Yeah, they need more than one rich person over there in Africa. Come on now. It says Nigeria is home to Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. The richest man in Africa. Come on, y'all, let's go. Dangote's business interests in agriculture, banking, cement, manufacturing, salt, and sugar have earned his net worth of more than $12 billion. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Yes, it's all good. Largely due to its export market, Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. So a lot of us didn't even know that. While the agricultural industry accounts for approximately 70% of the country's employment, so agriculture is 70% of the country's employment. Petroleum products are the primary export, accounting for more than 90% of Nigeria's exports. So, in other words, petroleum products are the primary export. Petroleum products. So, what are those petroleum products? So, they can account for. So, petroleum products are the primary export, accounting for more than 90% of Nigeria's exports. So, they export petroleum. 90% is 90%. So, but 70% agriculture is 70% of the country's employment. So, though I guess, yeah, most people, of course, they have so much land over there. Why wouldn't it be agriculture? I mean, because what about, I don't know about the percentage for like, computer jobs and things of that nature, but naturally agricultural because I saw young lady Miss Alum. This is Alum. When I look at her channel, I'm like, there's so much land over there. Oh my God, so much land there. We don't have nothing like that over here, in the United States. I'm like, all that land, and she just goes out there freely and digs those sweet potatoes out the ground. And I'm like, we can't come over here and dig nothing out no ground. We're going to go to the store and pay for our sweet potatoes. But so I would like to find out. I would love to find out. Do she own all that land? The land was so much. I mean, you could build all the land that she ran on the land. She walked on the land. And then sometimes they walk around with no shoes on, but that's so beautiful. And I'm looking at all that land. I'm like, you could have built 4 or 5 houses on all the land that she walked on, and she just went out there, dug in the ground, picked out her sweet potatoes, picked out the sweet potatoes, and I'm like, wow, that is something else. So yeah, but that is beautiful. So let me move right along. It says, yeah, largely due to its export market. Export. So in other words, they export products, and that's how they make their money. It's largely due to its export market. So they exporting a lot of stuff. What's the name? Nigeria, Africa, Nigeria, Africa. Excuse me, they are exporting, products. That's how they bring in there. That's how they bring in their. I guess that would be also part of their GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. When you add up all the goods and services, the amount of money coming in from your GDP on a yearly basis. So largely due to its export market. So they're exporting. It doesn't say exactly what they are actually exporting, but it does say they do deal in like agriculture because they have farming. That's a lot of land they have over there. Just about every video you look at with somebody on YouTube doing a video, it's a lot of that a lot of they're around a lot of land. Then see I saw some chickens out there on the land, some little dogs, and I'm like, what? That is something else. That's very enlightening, it's inspirational, educational. So it's all good though. Yes, it's always good to have a learning experience, So, like in other African countries, some Nigerians consider the left hand to be unclean. Never heard of that. And using it to be a sign of disrespect. Those that believe this do not eat, shake hands, or receive items with their left hand. I'm left-handed, so I wouldn't fare too well, something like that. Yes, so it says, like in other African countries, some Nigerians consider the left hand to be unclean. So just imagine if you left-handed and they talking about your left hand is unclean. And usually, you can wash both your hands. So, wash both of them. Like in other African countries, some Nigerians consider the left hand to be unclean. And it says those that believe this does not eat, shake hands, or receive items with their left hand. Despite gaining their independence in 1960, Nigeria has remained a member of the British Commonwealth, an association of 53 sovereign states. The country is also a member of the African Union. All right, so that's all good. Mm-hmm. So that was a good little article. Let me see what else they have. Let me see if they have anything else on. Let me see what they're talking about. They say, look, what are 5 traditional foods in Nigeria? Okay, what are the popular traditional Nigerian foods? They have the jollof rice. I just read about that. Ayan, they call it the pounded yam. Yeah, mala. I don't know how that's pronounced, but AMALA. That's yam flour, cassava flour, plantain flour. Then they have the ogbono soup. Well, I talked about that. African mango seed soup. And they have something called a puff, fried sweet dough ball. And then they have something called an akara, fried bean cake. Never heard of nothing. Then they have pepper soup. And they have suya, spicy grilled kebab. So spicy grilled kebab. So let me go into 16 to Nigerian food, 16 popular traditional dishes. Comprised of age-old recipes and techniques from hundreds of different ethnic groups. Nigerian food is packed with so many different colors, flavors, and ingredients. So on my computer, I have so many pop-ups when I'm trying to. I have to, they do get in your way. It says rife with hearty staples and infused with many different herbs and spices. Nigerian cuisine is a feast for both the eyes and the stomach. I can imagine that. I can definitely imagine that. Get ready for lavish decoration, gorgeous colors, and yummy fusions. Um, so get ready for lavish decoration, gorgeous colors, and yummy fusions as a native Nigerian takes us on a culinary journey through West Africa. Here are 16 traditional Nigerian foods you simply have to try. So they have the jollof rice. Jollof rice is a popular dish eaten in West African countries such as Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Liberia, Mali, Togo, Gambia, and Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know if that's right, but that looks so good. Looks like they're having the jollof rice with chicken. They look like chicken. They look good though. But the jollof rice looks just like the fried rice that we have over here at the Chinese restaurants. That's what it looks like. There is, however, a prominent rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana over which variation of the meal tastes better. This has led to many creative jollof rice recipes. At the base of this delicacy are rice, tomato, and pepper. This delicious rice base is then frequently garnished with carrots, onions, prawns, butter, and green peas as desired. Jollof rice is usually eaten with side dishes such as fried plantains, vegetable salad with cream, coleslaw, and mon, bean pudding, in addition to proteins such as beef, chicken, turkey, and fish. You should definitely try this delicious Nigerian dish, which has graced many dinner tables, parties, restaurants, and ceremonies. I don't think I would like this. Oh God, it looks like some you know a big old spoon, a big old cup. Actually, it looks like a big old cup of like a mashed potato, and then with some greens on the side. That's what it looked like, some greens on the side, and then a big old bowl of, when you dump the bowl out, you see just a big old hunk of mashed potatoes, and it's in one big ball, and then surround on on the side, it looks like some greens, and it's called the ayan. Ayan. Why? I mean, it's IYAN, and it's called the pounded yam. Another great Nigerian dish you should try is pounded yam. It is predominant among the Yorubas and dates back to many centuries. So the Yoruba people, similar to mashed potatoes. That's what I was saying. That's what it looks like. It says similar to mashed potatoes. That's what I just said. Look like a big hunk of mashed potatoes, white mashed potatoes, and then surrounded by some greens. It says it's similar to mashed potatoes. It's called what was it called? The ion. I don't know what this is right here. We can get this off my way. Oh, they got this in my way. Pop-ups coming on here. But it's called the pounded yam. I guess that's what they call it. Yeah, they call it the ayan. And it's called the pounded yam. I think I do without that one. And it's similar. It looks like mashed potatoes. Produces a small. The process produces a smooth, sticky dough, making it slightly different from mashed potatoes. Okay. It can be enjoyed with various kinds of tasty stews and soups, like ikuzu soup, melon seed soup, or ifo raro, leafy vegetable stew. The soup may be served on the same plate or on a different plate. Pounded yam is commonly eaten with the hand or cutlery at weddings, parties, and other celebrations. It's quite a heavy meal, which is served as lunch or dinner or early dinner. Ayan is a beloved food of Nigeria, eaten by many across the country. And they have another dish called the amala. It's, it's made with yam flour, cassava flour, and plantain flour. And it looks like it's called the amala. It's called the amala. It's called the amala, but it's made with a lot of flour. And it looks, I don't know what that looked like. It looks like something wrapped. It looks like some chocolate candy wrapped in plastic. That's what it look like. Oh, it's all good though. I would love to taste it though. Sometimes when you look at the presentation of certain foods, then you're like, oh, I don't think that's gonna taste right. You looking at the presentation and you looking at it, you never know. It's gonna be something like you never tasted, but it may be good. The mala is a delicacy common in the southwestern part of Nigeria. There are three variations of amala: yam flour, cassava flour, and plantain flour. I ain't never know. I never heard of no plantain flour, but I did see the plantains because the plantains look like bananas. So I didn't know when I saw them in the store. When I first saw them in the grocery stores, I didn't know what they were. Yam flour is made from peeled and dried yam pieces blended into a powder. It has a dark brown or black color. Color. They spell it color. Colour, but we're used to COLOR. Come on now. It's so good though. Yeah. Cassava flour is made from dried cassava and blended into powder with a light color. And they spell the color this time. COLOR. Plantain flour is made from peeled, dried, blended, unripe plantain. It has a lower carbohydrate content compared to the other two variations. This is mostly preferred by people with diabetes and those on a low carb diet. Mala may be eaten with iwudu, and they call that jute mallow soup, or any other desired soup. You should definitely try this delicious Nigerian meal. Then they have something called the ogbono soup, African mango seed soup, and now that looks delicious. But it looks the ogbono soup, African mango seed soup. It just looked like a soup. It just looked like soup that has greens in it, some kind of fat back meat, and some type of sauce. But it looks pretty good. It's called the ogbono soup. Ogbono is a draw, slippery soup made from blended ogbono, African mango seeds. This soup is predominant in the southeastern part of Nigeria among the Igbos, but is also enjoyed in the southwest. It's often made with palm oil, spices, meat, fish, and stock. For a great combination, it's best eaten with cassava meal, amala, or pounded yam. In addition to being tasty, ogbono is also rich in fat, protein, iron, fiber, zinc, vitamins, potassium, calcium, and other valuable nutrients. It's all good. Yes. And I'm all eating healthy, y'all. Yes. Smash that like button on your way in. Smash that like button on the way out. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to bring you educational, enlightening, informational content. So it's all good. Yes. So I always say it's all good because I don't want to say it's all bad, but it's all good. So let me keep moving. Ogbono is a quick, easy, and versatile meat. It may be cooked with or without vegetables, okra, or igusu, melon seeds, depending on your preference. Whichever way is made, be rest assured that you'll smack your lips in satisfaction. Well, I don't know about that. Now, this looked like some, it's called a puff puff fried sweet dough ball. That's what I thought. It looked like the little round donut balls that you buy at the store. And that's what the name of these puff puff fried sweet dough ball. So, I would love to taste those. Puff puff is a fried sweet dough ball made from flour, sugar, butter, yeast, or baking powder and vegetable oil. It is prominent in some parts of West Africa with various names. For example, in Nigeria and Cameroon, it is called puff puff. So in Nigeria and Cameroon, it's called puff puff. It look like little donuts. It look good though. Puff puff. While in Ghana, it's called beaufort. In Ghana, they call it beaufort. Puff puff is commonly eaten during picnics, ceremonies, and parties as appetizers or desserts. It may be garnished with various flavors like vanilla and cinnamon. Right, vanilla and cinnamon on top. In addition, it may be taken as a standalone snack or as a light breakfast meal with any beverage. This yummy snack is deep fried in vegetable oil, giving it a golden brown appearance that can make the mouth water with just a glance. So I'm gonna write some of these dishes down. So I am definitely going to write some of these dishes down before I close this website. So I'm not going to make this video too long. So then we also have the kara. It's called a fried. It's called a kara, but it's it's really a fried bean cake. I never had a fried bean cake. I wouldn't mind tasting it though. A fried bean cake. Imagine that. Kara is a West African delicacy, which is also eaten in parts of Brazil. This fritter made from black-eyed beans. Black-eyed beans. Now what? We have black-eyed peas. Now we never heard of black-eyed beans. Oh, it's so good, though. Black-eyed beans. I heard of black-eyed peas, but not black-eyed beans. Come on now. Oh, wow. It has many variations. Black-eyed beans. No, we do have black beans. Now, I have purchased some black beans, like I do, sometimes I purchase the black beans, and when I'm making my homemade tacos, I'll put cheese, black beans, ground turkey, I put sometimes a salad, the carrots and everything, the salad mix, or even just plain lettuce. But I do have my lettuce, my salad, my cheese, my black beans, and then I'll make my sauce. I use I use ragu sauce. I don't like the taco sauce. I use my ragu sauce, add a little sugar in my ragu sauce, and put it on top of my tacos. Make sure my cheese is on there. Melt put your taco, in the oven so you can, or even just melt the cheese on top of the stove would be better. Because I don't use a microwave anymore. So. But so the salcara is a West African delicacy, which is also eaten in parts of Brazil. So let's move down. It tastes delicious with spices, fish, and other condiments optional. The akara dish, which is highly proteinous and full of fiber, is great for breakfast. Specifically, it is tied to the Yoruba people. Yoruba history and culture. It was used to welcome warriors who returned from a victorious war. It says culturally, akara is eaten at burial ceremonies to celebrate the life of an elderly person above 70. Okay, yeah, we celebrate elderly person above 70. So who has gone on? Akara is scrumptious with ogi, corn pudding, milk, and sugar or bread. It's a Nigerian food with so much historical and cultural importance. And then they have something called pepper soup. Pepper soup is a popular soup in Nigeria and other West African countries. For those who like the nightlife, this is a perfect Nigerian dish. So it's a long article. I'm not going to read it all. As it is a light, spicy soup, is commonly served in local bars and best enjoyed with chilled beverages. So let me move to the next one. Then they have the suya, spicy grilled kebab. So that look good because it just looks like chicken on a stick, and it's called a suya, suya. It's a flavorful Nigerian dish from the northern part of Nigeria. Pieces of skewered meat, especially beef, with salt, onions, ground peanut butter, pepper, and other spices. These spices give it a hot, juicy taste. It's mostly sold by local house or street vendors at various corners of the city. In Nigeria, vendors line the streets at night to make suya, displaying their skills and treating you to their unique recipes. Suya is sometimes served in modern parties with small chops such as puff puff, samosa, and sausage rolls. So that's the suya. Let's move on down to this looks good. And this looks like baked potatoes. It's called a asaro, asaro, or yam porridge. It says a sorrow is another delicious yam meal common in the southwestern part of Nigeria. It's all good. Yes, all these beautiful dishes. Yes, so I'm gonna write all these names down. I'm going to write these names down when I finish this live. Excuse me, so I can refer back to the names because I would not remember any of these if I close this website down. So a sorrow is made using boiled yams, palm or vegetable oil, peppers, tomatoes, salt or stock cubes, and other ingredients. The yams are slightly mashed with the ingredients. This meal may be eaten at any time of the day. Any time of the day. It's so good. Yes. So you know how we like to snack on, something later on during the night. You sit back watching a movie. You sitting back watching a movie with your boo boo, and you say, this is all good. Let's watch this movie. Let's pull out the snacks, get the popcorn. So put that popcorn away because we have some Nigerian food. The spicy liquid, it says, the spicy liquid with chunks of yam can be found in different restaurants in Nigeria. So I would love, that's what I need to do too. Maybe on one of my other videos, do some, or do it on my other channel, do, when I'm talking about brands, look up some Nigerian restaurants and talk about their brand. How did they get started? So Nigerian restaurants. So that would be on my other channel, Brainstorm TV1 Productions. This is Onukagha and Cheryle. Onukagha and Cheryle and Zabechi. So this is cooking with Onukagha and Cheryle and Zabechi. So. And then we have another dish they call the igusu. It's a melon seed soup. A melon seed soup. Igusi. Egusi. But it looks like raisins and rice. Igusi is a nutritious and delicious southwestern soup made from melon seeds. I thought it looked like seeds, but it looked like raisins. It is made with palm oil, spinach, or any desired vegetable, peppers, tomatoes, beef, cow skin, fish, and other condiments. Amino acids, vitamins, fiber, protein, and carbohydrates are some of the many nutrients derived from egusi. It could be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on what dish you combine it with. This month watering, really so good. Sometimes I have to take a little time and, look at that word closely. The mouth-watering soup is a burst of many flavors that can be eaten with pounded yam, iba, a gari cassava meal, a mala fufu cassava meal, rice or yam, and a topping of tomato stew. Egusi often graces the menu of most Nigerian parties. Restaurants and local food shops have this with any side dish, and you're in for a Nigerian treat. It's all good. Or, I'm definitely going to try me some Nigerian food. I've never tasted it in my life. I'm so used to the United States of America's food. But, we have different cuisine restaurants over here. We have Mexican, Ethiopian, African. So we have different, but I just never ventured out to try any of those. But I did taste the Mexican food. We have Chipotle's and we have Taco Bell. So they do serve, they are Mexican restaurants. But I never tasted Ethiopian food and African food. But it's a first time for everything. It's called the EBA cassava meal. And it looks like when you roll up your cookie dough, that's what it looked like. It just looked like a round piece of cookie dough with some sugar on, sprinkle some sugar on top. And it says Iba, also sometimes called Gary, is a Nigerian dish made from fermented dried cassava flakes. It's actually gari that has been made. It's actually gari that has been made into a dough, right? I thought that's what I'm saying. It looked like a cookie dough, but it says made into a dough. Iba is prepared by first adding hot water to some gari in a bowl. It's stirred after simmering for a few minutes until its consistency changes to that of dough. Iba could be either yellow or white. This is mainly determined by how the gari was processed. It is yellow when the gari has been processed with palm oil. Just like other Nigerian favorites such as pounded yam and amala, Iba tastes delicious with various kinds of soups. So it's a refreshing Nigerian food that goes well with a cold glass of fruit juice on a hot summer day. And it has something now. Number 12 is called the chin chin. It's a fried snack. So it's a fried snack. So let's see what this fried snack is. It says it's called the chin chin. It's a deep fried Nigerian snack with a chunky sweet taste and a golden brown color. It's made from flour, milk, sugar, butter, vegetable oil, and other ingredients. It's usually diced and sold in bottles or nylons by street vendors, snack shops, and some restaurants just like the Puff Puff. Also, it serves well as a entertaining guest, refreshment for entertaining guests in homes and at parties. Chin Chin takes me back to my childhood as it was a snack I ate and still ate a lot growing up. And I never tasted any Chin Chin. They have the Chin Chin, the Puff Puff, and based on your preference, Chin Chin can be soft, medium, or hard, depending on how long you cook it for. Then it has number 13, something called the boli, Boli. It's a roasted plantain. So a roasted plantain. The boli is a popular street food in the southwest of Nigeria. It's made of roasted plantain, ripe or unripe, and is commonly eaten with peanuts. Boli is rich in fiber, vitamins A, B, C, antioxidants, protein, carbohydrates, iron, and potassium, among others. It's so good. Yes. So, I love and I get inspired when I think about these healthy meals, healthy ingredients. So we have to inspire more to, get inspired to pick more healthier dishes. So me too, we are, I know a lot of us, a lot of people are already, doing a lot more healthier dishes, but, so it's all good though, but, it's all good. That's beautiful. So that's beautiful. So let's go. I'm almost finished with the article. If you're going on a road trip around Nigeria, get yourself some boli paired with some peanuts, and you have yourself a healthy feeling meal for the journey. So if you're going around Nigeria, get some of these healthy meals uh, for a sweeter taste. For a sweeter taste, you should eat boli made with ripe plantains. For those on a low carb diet, that's me. Boli made from unripe plantains is a better choice. You should also try the delicious combination of boli with peppered fish stew sold at local food shops. It's a Nigerian food with so much flavor. So this is good to know. This is a very interesting article because, in other words, if you decide to travel to Nigeria, you'll know about the different foods. So that's why I bring this to you. And I also want to know, in case if I travel to Nigeria, I want to know because I'm looking. They have the pictures on here. I'm looking at the pictures. I don't know exactly how they taste, but sometimes you can. Sometimes you have to just taste something for. It could be your first time. And you never know. You may like it. So, and we have something else called the beans and doo-doo. It's fried plantain. It's called the beans and DODO. That's what they call. And oh no, I don't think I would want to eat that. That's exactly what it looks like. DODO. It does. Fried plantains, and it's called. This dish is called beans and DODO, and exactly what it looks like. But you never know; it might be delicious. Beans and DODO, fried plantain, is another popular Nigerian food. It can be eaten at any time of the day. In Nigeria, beans are usually cooked with pepper, onions, fish, corn, palm oil until they become a pottage. So, what in the world is a pottage? Until they become a pottage. I guess when they come together, when everything is smoothed out in the pot, you can't tell there's 3 or 4 4 different things, so it's all, it comes all together in the pot. So I mean, I guess I don't know what they're talking about. It becomes a pottage. It's called doo-doo. Doo-doo is a dish of ripe plantains cut into many pieces and fried with a sprinkle of salt and vegetable or palm oil. It has a golden brown color. This delectable proteinous meal. So in other words, it's filled with protein. So that's what you want, a dish filled with protein, vitamins, and everything you need. Healthy ingredients, vitamin A, vitamin C, fiber, everything that you need in a meal, in a dish. This delectable proteinous meal is also rich in fiber and is commonly found in restaurants and local food shops. So I would love to maybe my next video, or on my other channel, maybe I'll look into some Nigerian restaurants. So those are brands. So that's all I'm talking about on my other channel. International brands, global brands, uh, domestic brands. Brands within a country or city you were born in. It may be garnished with vegetables, pepper stew, and meat. But for vegetarians, the delicacy can be enjoyed as it is, without any meat additions, right? Because I don't put a lot of meat in my, for me, for myself, but for my family, if I'm cooking my homemade spaghetti, or, I'm cooking, some baked chicken, or something that, requires some type of meat sometimes, for the family, but a lot of times I like to, I'm trying to stay away from a lot of red meat, steaks and hamburger, pork chops, something like that, Those steaks, hamburgers, and pork chops I try to stay away from. However, you choose to eat it, beans and doo-doo is a scrumptious Nigerian dish loved by so many. I don't know why they call it doo-doo. Well, that's what it looked like. Because it looked like it's smashed up, But I never know how it tastes. And then we have something called the Obi La Le Sepo, and it's a mixed okra soup. See, I don't like no okra. Mixed okra soup, Obi La Obi La Le Sepo is a mixed, well, it's an okra soup. It's made first by cutting okra, a tasty green vegetable. Well, it's not a tasty green vegetable. Okra? Oh no. Okra, they got a tasty green vegetable. It's nasty to me. It's into small pieces. The cut okra is then cooked with palm oil, peppers, tomatoes, onions, low-crust beans, in addition to other condiments and spices. It is a Nigerian meal popular at lunch. It pairs well with hearty staples such as iba, pounded yam, and fufu. So the names are out of the world, out of this world, that, names you never even heard of in your life. Well, I guess, you're talking about a whole different culture of life. So you can want to expect things to be different. So if they came over here, if you take a busload of, if you go over there to Nigeria and bring a busload of Nigerians over here, and they see some of the stuff that we cook over here, they would probably say the same thing we're saying about their dishes, their cuisine dishes over there. It says often okra soup is garnished with lots of fish, cow skin, beef, and sometimes ogbono, African mango seeds. So let me go to the next one, number 16, and number 16 looks like some round potato balls with rice on top, and some peanut butter, a chunk of peanut butter on the side, and one onion. So, so I'm just saying that's what it looks like. It's called the MOIN, Moi Oka. It's a bean and corn pudding. Wow, the name is, I just don't. So wow, I mean, I guess I assume that there's probably more Nigerian dishes over there than just these right here. It's called the moi moi. It's a popular Nigerian meal. It's made from beans, which are peeled and blended into paste with oil, onions, and peppers. They are usually wrapped in banana leaves. Moi moi is especially popular in the southwest of the country. Another variation exists popular in the southeast and known as okpo oka, that is made using corn instead of beans. These two variations, where did I stop at? These two variations are equally flavorful and nutritious. They are both rich in fiber and other nutrients. Moi moi and oka can be eaten at any time of the day, making them a very versatile Nigerian food. Uh, moi moi and oka, right, can be eaten any time of the day. And it is recommended that you try moi moi, OKPO, that's how you spell it. Two separate words though. Actually, four words. Moi moi, and then OKPO, and then OKA, and then you compare that, so the moi moi opo oka with jollof, I guess jollof rice, jollof, gari, bread, or ogi, cereal pudding. It is a truly delicious Nigerian good with so much flavor. With so much flavor. Okay, this is a summary. Nigerian food is an African cuisine not to be missed. There's so much flavor, color, and spices in this corner of West Africa. We drink a little bit of smoothie. Oh, these dishes, I mean, these dishes are like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Mm-mm-mm. Nothing. When you look at certain dishes, you're like scared to eat them. But, so I'm willing to try. My friend is Nigerian, so I told him, yes, I am willing to try and see what they taste like. Definitely. And sometimes it's good to venture out and try different things, try new foods, new dishes, new cuisines. It says Nigerian food is an African cuisine, not to be missed. There's so much flavor, color, and spices in this corner of West Africa. So that's Nigeria. With a base of herbs, spices, nuts, and palm oil, the foundations of Nigerian food lend themselves well to some striking diverse flavors. Then there's a range of exotic and colorful fruits, vegetables, and other ingredients that all give Nigerian cuisine a unique and vibrant appeal. As with many African cuisines, the delights of the food go beyond the taste. Food is a huge part of the West African culture, with so many recipes passed through generations. So I want to end this video now, and then say I've been talking for an hour and 22 minutes, but it's so good, and I hope you check out my other channel, Brainstorm TV1 Production. So look for Onukagha and Cheryle to keep it moving and bring you enlightening, educational, inspirational, learning content to all my channels. So it's so good. Yes. So I'll see you on my next video. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my other channel, and I definitely hope to see you on the next video. So Onukagha and Cheryle, we want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, and come back again. And cooking with Onukagha and Cheryle is a veggie. Um, so we out.